Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümü kutlamalarındayız.
Hello, welcome. As Eurogench, we're here on the 39th celebration of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, and we're actually at the Hyatt Regency Hotel and celebrating this great achievement for Turkish Cypriots tonight.
Kuzey Kıbrıs için, vatanımız için hep beraber çalışacağız. Bayrağımız için, geleceğimiz için hep beraber başaracağız.
And now, with your permission, I would now like to invite Her Excellency Ambassador Çimen Keskin to give her speech. With a big applause, please.
His Excellency Ambassador Ümit Yalçın, Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, My Lords and Ladies, Kıbrıs Türk halkının İngiltere'deki değerli mensupları, değerli kardeşlerim, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümü resepsiyonuna hoş geldiniz. I would like to welcome you all to our reception on the occasion of the 39th anniversary of the proclamation of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and express my heartfelt thanks to you all for being here with us tonight. Thirty-nine years ago, on 15 November 1983, we established our state, the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. And our state is the concrete expression of the freedom and sovereignty of the Turkish Cypriot people. The road to the proclamation of our state was not easy. From 1963, when Turkish Cypriots were expelled from all organs of the 1960 Partnership Republic, until the legitimate and timely intervention of the Republic of Turkey in 1974, we, the Turkish Cypriot people, had been deprived of our basic human rights and freedoms, including our right to life. However, despite all the difficulties, we never gave up on protecting and preserving our national unity, identity, dignity, values, and beliefs against all threats, with the continued support and solidarity of motherland Turkey. Today, thanks to our former leaders, Dr. Fazıl Küçük and founding President Rauf Denktaş, our heroic people, martyrs, veterans, and national heroes, and the continued support of motherland Turkey, we live in peace in our own state, under our own flag. We owe a debt of gratitude to them all. Distinguished guests, the Cyprus issue has been on the international community's agenda for almost 60 years now. And the 5 decades-long negotiation processes, on and off each time, produced no results due to the intransigent attitude of the Greek Cypriot side. This has been so because the Cyprus issue was misdiagnosed from the very beginning, and the root cause of the issue has never been addressed. The essence of the Cyprus issue is actually crystal clear. It is a status problem. Since the very beginning, the international community has treated the Greek Cypriot side as a state, whilst treating the Turkish Cypriot side as a community. And this false diagnosis has naturally encouraged Greek Cypriots' reluctance to share power with the Turkish Cypriot side. Thus, the lack of equal treatment has left the Greek Cypriot side in a comfort zone which they do not want to change. Having experienced more than half a century of failure in the past negotiations, the Turkish Cypriot side declared that time had come to explore other options for a settlement in Cyprus following the collapse of the Cyprus Conference in Crans-Montana in 2017. The Turkish Cypriot side is of the belief that the type of negotiations that would bring results can only be between the two existing states on the island. In this regard, the Turkish Cypriot side tabled its new vision in 2021 in Geneva. This new forward-looking vision for a solution in Cyprus is based on the sovereign equality and equal international status of the two states, having a cooperative relationship between them. In this regard, we welcome the historic call by the President of the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, in his address at the very recent UN General Assembly in New York, to put an end to the unjust persecution of the Turkish Cypriot people who are being isolated from the world with embargoes in a manner which runs contrary to United Nations principles, and to formally recognize the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus as soon as possible. Within this framework, we call on the international community to see the realities on the ground and adopt a new approach on the Cyprus issue. Especially the UK, being a leading international actor, a country that has long historical, political, and social ties with the island of Cyprus, who is well aware of the background of the Cyprus issue, should start following a fresh approach to treat the Turkish Cypriot people on an equal footing by taking concrete steps. Dear guests, the UK has also become home to one of the largest, most influential and vibrant Turkish Cypriot population living abroad. Değerli kardeşlerim, dear Turkish Cypriots living in the UK, I would like to congratulate you all and say that we are proud of your precious contributions and achievements in many fields in the UK, ranging from business to science, arts to politics. We are also pleased to see our young generation's active involvement in the UK's political life. This, without doubt, will contribute to make the Turkish Cypriot people's right cause and voice heard more loudly both in the UK and in the international arena. Dear guests, before I conclude, I would like to address one very significant and recent development, and it is this. Yesterday, as our Minister, His Excellency Mr. Tahsin Ertuğruloğlu stated, yesterday was a historic day. I am proud to share with you and salute with joy the admission of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus to the Organization of the Turkic States as an observer member with our constitutional name as the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. And in this regard, I would like to express our gratitude to Motherland Republic of Turkey, to the brotherly member states of the Organization of Turkic States, and to all who have contributed to make this happen. And now, I would like to invite our guest of honor, the honorable and beloved friend of the Turkish Cypriot people in the UK, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Ambassador Ümit Yalçın, to make his speech.
Dear guests, I am very pleased to address you on the occasion of the 39th anniversary of the establishment of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. I would like to thank Ambassador Çimen Keskin and members of the embassy for their excellent organization and hospitality tonight. The Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus represents the Turkish Cypriots' perseverance, will, and passion for liberty. The Turkish Cypriots succeeded in building a functioning and vibrant democracy. And today, once again, we are celebrating this success. A lasting and sustainable solution cannot be reached if the realities of the island are disregarded. Turkey has been supporting the new and realistic vision put forward by the Turkish Cypriot leadership. This vision is based on the existence of the sovereign equality of two states. A fair and sustainable solution requires the Greek Cypriot side to deem Turkish Cypriots as an equal partner. However, there is no change in the uncompromising approach of the Greek Cypriots. Therefore, we are still far from achieving a just and sustainable solution in Cyprus. Turkish Cypriot side has proved in every occasion that they have the necessary will for a political solution in the island. The recent proposals of President Tatar are the latest example of this will. Implementation of these proposals will not only contribute to peace and stability in the Eastern Mediterranean, but also help the establishment of the common ground for the settlement of the Cyprus issue. The unfair international isolation against Turkish Cypriots cannot be justified. The international community should accept and act in line with the fact that there are two different peoples, two different cultures, and two different states on the island. Turkey, as motherland and guarantor power, always supports Turkish Cypriots in their right cause. The Cyprus cause belongs to the entire Turkish nation. As His Excellency President Tatar emphasized a few days ago in London, his existence and unity of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus are above all kinds of political considerations. I commemorate the late Dr. Fazıl Küçük, leader of the national struggle, and Rauf Denktaş, founding president of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, with respect and gratitude. I remember our martyrs and veterans who shed their blood for the independence and sovereignty of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. And today we are celebrating very historic moment, very historic admittance of Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus as an observer state with full constitutional name to the Organization of Turkic States. And as President Tatar mentioned today in his statement, that this is a really historic moment, and this is the source of our pride, and all of us should be proud of this development. And after this statement of Organization of Turkic States, European Union immediately criticized this decision. And then our Ministry of Foreign Affairs made this statement, and I would like to read Turkish Foreign Ministry's statement against European Union. Turkey fully rejects the statement made by EU External Action Service today on the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus observer status at the Organization of Turkic States. The decision granting observer status to the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, one of the two states on the island of Cyprus, was taken unanimously at the Organization of Turkic States Summit, where our President also attended, held in Samarkand on November 11, 2022. As stated in the summit declaration, Turkish Cypriots are an inseparable part of the Turkic world, and it is their natural right to establish and develop relations with Turkic states in every field. EU's attempts against the call of the UN Secretary General to hinder the Turkish Cypriot people to become a respectable member of the international community are incompatible with goodwill, and they also once again clearly reveal the hypocrisy of the Union, which has been captivated by the vicious policies of the Greek Cypriot administration and Greece. A just, lasting and sustainable settlement on the island of Cyprus can only be reached following a process that will be initiated with the reaffirmation of the inherent sovereign equality and equal international status of the Turkish Cypriot people, which have been assured since 1963. To this end, the international community should abandon its attitude considering the Greek Cypriot side as the sole owner of the island and recognize the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Turkey, by all means, will continue to stand by the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and to be the voice of the Turkish Cypriots in all international platforms. Thank you. And before leaving the floor, I would like to thank all of you as a representative of Turkish Cypriots in the UK for your support, for your friendly approach to my 4-year tenure in London. Yes, now I am ending my tenure after 4 years, and maybe end of this year or beginning of next year I will hand over my post to my successor, and I am sure you will show the same support and friendly approach to him as well. He is a wonderful diplomat and one of my best friends in foreign ministry. And I remember those 4 years in London with always joy and fun and very challenging times, of course, because of Brexit or COVID. But with whom I met with Turkish Cypriot community, I always saw that the Turkish Cypriots in London, in UK, are very influential, very intelligent, very strong, and very kind people. And they are active in every field, from art to media, from politics to sports. I am proud of you, and from deep of my heart, I would like to thank you for all of you. I know that you are only the representative of many Turkish Cypriots in this country, but whatever you have done, whatever you have achieved in this country for more than 5-6 decades, you deserve everything good for your future. Thank you so much.
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümünün Londra'daki kutlamalarındayız ve yanımızda Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti temsilcisi Büyükelçi Çimen Hanım var. Çimen Hanım, bugün bize günü nasıl değerlendireceksiniz?
Merhaba, çok mutluyuz. Devletimizin, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümünü kutlamaktan büyük bir onur ve gurur duyuyoruz. Gördüğünüz gibi İngiltere'de yaşayan Kıbrıs Türk halkının üyeleri de Birleşik Krallık'taki Kıbrıslı Türkler büyük bir coşkuyla, mutlulukla resepsiyonumuza katıldılar. Anlamlı bir gün, güzel bir gün. Bu günü bir güzel haberle de taçlandırdık biliyorsunuz. Ülkemizin Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin Türk Devletler Teşkilatı'na gözlemci üyeliği anayasal ismiyle Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti olarak dün güzel bir haber olarak bize ulaştı. Onu buradaki vatandaşlarımızla, Kıbrıslı Türklerle paylaştık. Mutluyuz, gururluyuz, umutluyuz.
Çok teşekkür ederiz.
Güzel bayramlar diliyoruz.
Çok teşekkür ederiz Çimen Hanım. Nice 39 yıllara diyoruz.
Nice bayramlarımız olsun. Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. yıl dönümü kutlu olsun.
Teşekkürler.
Sağ olun.
Bizim için savaşanlar, çok çalışanlar.
Sevgili Eurogenç TV izleyicilerimiz, yayınımız Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümüyle devam ediyor ve yanımızda Türkiye Büyükelçisi, Londra Türkiye Büyükelçisi Sayın Ümit Yalçın var. Sevgili Büyükelçim, bize 39. kuruluş yıl dönümünü kısa bir değerlendirir misiniz?
Öncelikle tüm bizi izleyenlere saygılarımı, sevgilerimi sunuyorum. Bugün Londra'da Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin kuruluşunun 39. yıl dönümünü kutluyoruz. Çok güzel bir toplulukla burada KKTC'nin Londra temsilciliğinin düzenlediği bir resepsiyonda bu 39 yılın değerlendirmesini yapıyoruz ve büyük bir gurur içindeyiz. Ayrıca dün Semerkant'ta Türk Devletleri Örgütü'nün aldığı kararla Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin tam anayasal adıyla gözlemci statüsünün kabul edilmesi de bugün burada resepsiyonu ve kutlamaları daha da heyecanlı, canlı ve mutlu kıldı. Büyük bir gurur vesilesi oldu. Çok yakın bir zamanda Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın Tatar'ın Londra ziyareti de çok önemliydi. Hem onun Londra'yı yakın zamanda ziyareti, hem dün Semerkant'tan gelen çok güzel haber bugün bayramı çok neşeli ve mutlu kıldı. Gurur duyuyoruz, mutluluk duyuyoruz.
Çok teşekkürler efendim.
Ben de bizi izleyenlere buradan saygılarımı, sevgilerimi gönderiyorum. Türkiye'nin Kuzey Kıbrıs Türkiye Cumhuriyeti'ne desteği, Kıbrıslı Türklere desteği her zaman olduğu gibi ileride de aynı kararlılıkla, aynı güçle iki devletli çözüm arkasında devam edecektir.
Teşekkürler.
Sağ olun.
Köylüsü, şehirlisi, işçisi, efendisi, el ele biriz elbet. İşte Cumhuriyet.
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. yıl dönümü kuruluş resepsiyonunda Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti eski eğitim ateşesi Sayın Kortay'la birlikteyiz. Merhabalar hocam, nasılsınız?
Merhaba, çok teşekkür ederim.
Evet, yine göreviniz bitti, hala da Londra'dasınız ve 39. Yılın kutlama resepsiyonuna geldiniz. Duygularınız nelerdir?
Tabii ki görevimiz bitti ama emeklilikten sonra bir süreliğine ben burada yaşamımı sürdürmeye devam ettim. Zaman zaman burada, zaman zaman Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin sınırları içerisinde yaşamımızı sürdürürüz her vatandaş gibi. Tabii ki Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin kuruluşunun başlangıcı 1983'te ilan edilen Cumhuriyet'in kuruluş yıl dönümündeki heyecan gibi yine aynı coşku, aynı heyecanı bu resepsiyonda yaşama fırsatı bulduk. Güzellik.
Teşekkür ederiz.
Ben teşekkür ederim.
Bizden zafer bekliyorlar. Bayrak bizde
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. yıl dönümünün kuruluşunun 39. yıl dönümünün resepsiyonunda yayınımız devam ediyor ve yanımızda Çatı Kuruluşu'nun başkanı Münevver Borova var. Nasılsınız?
Çok teşekkür ederim. Kutlu olsun Cumhuriyetimiz. Kutlu ve mutlu olsun. Türkiye'me ve Cumhuriyeti kuran, emeği geçen tüm büyüklerimize, Doktor Fazıl Küçük'e, Rauf Raif Denktaş'a sevgiler, saygılar ve Kıbrıs Türk halkına direnişleri için bizi bugünlere taşıdıkları için herkese çok teşekkür ederim. Çok minnettarım. Yaşasın Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti.
Evet, Barış Harekatı'nın Karaoğlan'ı rahmetlik Bülent Ecevit için neler söyleyeceksiniz?
Bülent Ecevit gerçekten Karaoğlan dediğin o güne kadar 1974'e kadar alınamayan bir kararı büyük bir cesaretle ve inançla bize de inanarak almıştır ve onu her zaman yüreğimde saygıyla, sevgiyle taşıyorum, yaşatıyorum.
Sağ olasınız.
Çok sağ olun. Genç TV'ye çok teşekkür ederim. Kamera arkalarında olan sevgili Gülay'ıma da çok teşekkür ederim. Bizi halkla buluşturduğunuz için.
Bizim için savaşanlar, çok çalışanlar, bizden zafer bekliyor.
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Enfield Belediye Başkanı Sabri Özaydın'la birlikteyiz. Selam efendim, hoş geldiniz.
Merhaba, önce düzelteyim. Bir önceki belediye başkanım, görevimin süresi bitti ama tabii bildiğiniz gibi gönüllerde hala herkes beni belediye başkanı olarak anımsıyor. Hoş bulduk. Teşekkür ederim. Sağ olun. Siz nasılsınız? İyi yayınlar.
İyiyiz, sağ olasınız. Bugün Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümü. Neler diyeceksiniz?
Valla yani Kıbrıs'ın 39. yıl dönümünü kutlamak böyle güzel bir atmosferde, güzel bir ortamda, güzel bir anlamlı bir gün herkese kutlu olmasını dilerim.
Teşekkürler.
Ben teşekkür ederim.
Evet, Londra'dayız ve Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. yıl kutlama resepsiyonundayız. Yanımızda Londra'mızın gözdesi Figen Hanım var. Merhabalar Figen Hanım, nasılsınız?
Teşekkür ederim Alp. Sen nasılsın?
Ben de çok iyiyim, çok sağ olasın. Şimdi bugün 39. yıl, neler diyeceksin?
Vallahi ben diyorum ki bu gidişle 39 yıl daha gideceğiz. Bir sona varamayacağız galiba. Değil mi ama? Her şeyin hayırlısı olmasını dilerim. Yani memleketimizde her şeyin hayırlısı olmasını dilerim. Ne değil? Hiçbir şey demem.
Teşekkür ederim.
Bizim için savaşanlar, çok çalışanlar, bizden zafer bekliyorlar. Bayrak bizde, sıra bizde arkadaşlar, hepimizin bu topraklar. Duman tüter köyün bacalarından, kudret yağar şehir.
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, yayınımız devam ediyor ve yanımızda Futbol Federasyonu eski başkanı ve onursal başkanı Nazım Çelebi var ve eşi Muhafazakar Parti belediye meclis üyesi. O da şimdi emekli, belediye meclis üyeliği yapmıyor. Bugün Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. yıl dönümü kutlamalarındayız. Merhabalar Elsin Hanım.
Hello, I'd like to say good evening. I was very impressed with tonight's speech by our ambassador. I'll tell you why, because normally the speeches are in Turkish, and since we're living in Great Britain and we have a very large English-speaking Turkish Cypriot base here, I always said that it's nice to reach out to all of those people who don't specifically speak Turkish as well as those from our island. So yes, I'm very happy to be here tonight and I think she did a wonderful job.
Evet sevgili izleyicilerimiz, Ersin Hanım Elçinin konuşmalarından etkilendiğini söylüyor ve bu çok gurur da duyduğunu söylüyor aynı zamanda. Şimdi Nazım Çelebi'de sıra Evet sevgili Çelebi, neler söyleyeceksin? 39. yıl dönümü kutlamaları ve Londra'dayız ve Hyatt Regency Otel'deyiz.
Evet. Öncelikle Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümünde böyle bir etkinlikte davet almak çok mükemmel bir duygudur. Bilhassa Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin çiçeği burnunda bir devlet oluşu ve oluşum yoluna hareketi çok takdire şayandır. Politikayı yakından takip ediyorum şimdi şu anda. Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti Cumhurbaşkanımız Ersin Tatar Kırgızistan'daki temaslarında gözlemci sıfatıyla bulunmaktadır orada. O da iyi bir sonuç getireceğine inanıyorum. Bu akşamki buradaki misafirlerimize de bu kutlama gecede hep birlikte olduğumuz için hepsine sonsuz saygılarım ve sevgilerimi iletirim.
Teşekkür ederiz sevgili Çelebi.
Çocuklarımız için, geleceğimiz için hep beraber başaracağız.
Hello, we're here with Dr. Fulya Yahoğlu. What are your feelings about tonight and the atmosphere here?
I think the atmosphere has been really, really brilliant. I think there's so many people here that I've seen, that I've met, and it's been really, really good, very positive. I think you can see all the kind of connectedness between the communities. We've got the Turkish ambassador here. We've got representatives from TRNC, so I think it's been a really successful event.
It's a real togetherness, isn't it? And I think that's very much the message for tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think now that the TRNC has been recognised as part of the Turkic states, as an observer, I think it just shows that there's progression. And I think the events like this really try and promote kind of what the TRNC embassy is doing in terms of trying to get ourselves known as a separate kind of state.
Yes, I know. It's such a positive evening and some really good news for more representation for Turkish Cypriots. Thank you very much for having an interview. I hope you're enjoying your time here. Thank you.
I've got some water. It's very warm, unusually warm, but again, climate change. But it's been lovely here to meet lots of people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Çocuklarımız için, geleceğimiz için hep beraber başaracağız.
Hello, and we're here with Hussein Hoca. It's a great honour to see you again, as forever. What are your feelings? I mean, obviously, the last time we were here, it was before the pandemic. Lots of things have changed, but any comments about the atmosphere tonight and the news that our ambassador said about more recognition for Turkish Cypriots?
Yeah, I really congratulate the fact that we've been given the observer status. I would have liked to actually have North Cyprus TRNC as recognised by the Turkic world and closer links with the Turkic world. But hopefully this is a step in the right direction. And it's a great evening tonight. Lots of people from different backgrounds, people we haven't seen for a long time. And kutlu olsun.
Yes, definitely, yeah. It's really great, you know, to see everybody here after the pandemic, and a really good turnout as well. And everyone's very happy and very positive. And yes, we would like to see more steps for recognition, but it's definitely a good step forward. Can you tell us anything about any projects that you have in the recent times as well, personally, for your organisation?
Yeah, so my organisation is just getting ready to hold a balo, which will be on the 9th of December in the Grand Palace Banqueting Suite. And then we're also going to start our project, which is the Winter Children's Appeal, which will be delivering winter coats and shoes to children across the globe, starting from TRNC.
Fantastic. Any lasting messages, Hussein Hoca, for our public who aren't with us tonight here?
Wishing our public and our community lots of love, health, prosperity, and of course, unity. And Eurogenç, carry on. Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Çocuklarımız için, geleceğimiz için hep beraber başaracağız.
Hello, we're here with Arkumbi, and I'd like to just first of all hear your thoughts about tonight and the fact that we're making more strides as Turkish Cypriots for more recognition. What do you think about this event so far?
I think the event is absolutely essential. And why is it essential? The Turkish community here in London plays a huge role in the wider geopolitical sphere. I mean, a lot of people don't realise the sheer number of people we got here can actually make an impact. So events like this, hosted by our ambassador, hosted by the ambassador of Turkey as well, giving us news that, for example, now the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus has observer status with the Organisation of Turkic States is hugely encouraging. It's hugely encouraging. And we hope that working and integrated, it will create a dynamic we hope that will lead towards perhaps recognition, maybe increased trade, maybe increased integration, is that word again, with the community here as well as abroad.
And also tell us a little bit about your Chamber of Commerce. You had an event recently. Correct. A little bit for our public about that.
Correct, yes. We had an event obviously on Tuesday last, and the idea was to gather and offer a cocktail in respect of the Turkish Cypriot business diaspora here in London. And we had an incredibly good turnout. Obviously the President himself turned up as well, the President of the Chamber and the President of Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, Mr. Tatar, His Excellency. So it was great to have the community come together, and it actually sent a clear message that, you know, Turkish Cypriots are here, and you know what? We're open for business.
Yes, that's fantastic. So that's a networking business for Turkish Cypriots. Do you have any future projects in the pipeline that you'd like to share with the public tonight?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, the whole idea is not only to provide support and to provide advice for our wide diaspora of business people, but to actually provide tangible support. So, for example, focus groups, seminars, conferences, not only here, but abroad as well. So that's the idea, to create that integration, to encourage the flow of networking, to encourage the flow of business and commerce. This is exactly what we'd like to do.
Yes, that's fantastic, and a real way of us getting recognised as a community and actually bringing together lots of professionals. I mean, I'm very proud of our community in this country and what we've accomplished, and I think for future generations it's wonderful what you're doing, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hepimizin bu topraklar. Köylüsü, şehirlisi, işçisi.
Hello, I'm here with two very charming, handsome young individuals from our Turkish Cypriot community, Eren and Orhan. First of all, Eren, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and the platform that you've formed for young Turkish Cypriots, and then we're going to talk about tonight and your thoughts about tonight. So firstly, introduce yourself to us, please.
Hi there, my name's Edem Ramadan. I am the founder and current chair of the Young Turkish Cypriot groups. Started it back in October 2020, just a way to get our story out there, our history, on easy, accessible platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, sharing our story, our past, and some of the issues Turkish Cypriots still face to this day.
Okay, and what do you think? That's wonderful. We're very proud of you as a young Cypriot man to have done that. And obviously, you know, we always encourage young Cypriot boys to carry on with their education. You're currently studying at university, I believe?
I am. I'm studying a Master's in International Relations at the moment. Yeah, only 6 weeks in, so early days. But yeah, that's what I'm studying.
That's amazing. Also, about tonight, what do you think about the atmosphere here, about this event? Are you enjoying yourself, and your thoughts?
It's a beautiful event, you know, the venue is amazing. It's great to have the UK Turkish Cypriot people all together. Lovely food and drink, and yeah, just again an opportunity to meet. I've met Orhan for the first time tonight, so it's a great event. Yeah, very enjoyable.
I mean, as a young person, what would you like to see in the future for young Cypriots, especially young Cypriots like yourselves living in London? Well, what do you expect? Like, what would you like to see?
I think the main thing would be representation, you know, representation in sports, getting our young rising stars at the Olympics, in European competitions, That would be a main thing. And then just working through the embargoes, basically, from representation to direct travel, direct flights to North Cyprus would be brilliant for our community, getting more people there. And then direct trade from the young businessmen in our community as well. So basically working through the embargoes, knocking them down one by one until eventually we are a recognised state. So
That's amazing. I think you need to be our next politician, representing us in Parliament. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to Orhan now. Orhan, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're currently doing?
Hi, my name's Orhan Cemal. I'm currently in year 13. I'm studying biology, chemistry and maths, and I'm hoping to start a career in medicine.
All right, what do you think about this event generally? Is it pleasing to you? Do you think it's a nice event?
Yeah, I think it's a great event. The atmosphere is lovely, and it's also, as we've seen tonight, great progress is being made, as shown in our observer status, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and what would you like to see more for the Turkish community, especially for you as a young person?
I think Turkish Cypriots having greater positions in society, having a louder voice in politics and in other fields such as STEM, medicine, and also sports. That would be great.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hep beraber başaracağız. Kuzey Kıbrıs için, vatanımız için hep beraber çalışacağız.
Sevgili Eurogenç TV izleyicileri, Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'nin 39. kuruluş yıl dönümünün kutlamalarındaydık ve kutlamalar İngiltere'de sona erdi. Bizler Eurogenç TV olarak Kuzey Kıbrıs Türk Cumhuriyeti'ne nice 39'lu yıllar diliyoruz.
It was an absolute pleasure to be part of the 39th Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus celebrations tonight. It's a great honour as Eurogenç TV to be part of this prestigious event. We thank you very much, our viewers, for being part of this wonderful celebration.
Çocuklarımız için